everyone, this is Francisco. I'm recording this video because I want to talk about the winter deaths that occurred this year. So far, according to the internet, there was 22 deaths. Okay, so apparently, obviously, we can literally create a movie based on real facts about all this stuff that's going on, because these people I think they weren't expecting the snow, and then they just snowed, and they got snowed in, and there were some people who couldn't leave their home. And I looked at it like this, like there's like a woman who is like trapped inside of her house, but she's banking. She is putting her trust and her confidence on the community, the residents, that they will come, that they will go to her and help her. But little does she know, dun dun dun, suspense, you get it, for the movie? Little does she know is that the police officers and the firefighters and all that, they're facing the same dilemma, same situation. They're in the same situation, but not entirely. Like some of them could be on the road, and some of them they could even commute anywhere, because there was way too much snow on the ground. So while there's this lady and other people in their homes, in the comfort of their homes, thinking that help is going to come, it never does for some of them. So this can actually be converted into like a horror movie, like something tragic, something that can hit us all right here, home, in the very heart, in the very inner depths of our hearts. And this just happened recently, okay? Like I said, this year. It's only the 4th month of this year, going on the 5th. Okay? These people were never expecting that. I mean, think about it. Here's a woman in the comfort of her home, and I mean, in her mind, she probably thought of a million ways of dying, but never that. Right? And then not just that, but showing the world the car accidents, the slips and falls, whatever else is happening up there, like putting it all together and making a movie out of it. And obviously sharing it with that community up there, wherever it happened, whoever were impacted. These people will take this movie very seriously, like a documentary on what happened, because there was 22 deaths in the result of the snowfall. Okay? In California, let's go 2023. Yeah, California storm fatality updates. At least 22 killed. Okay? See that? How many people died in California because of snow? Right here it says 13 people. California officials are probing the deaths of 13 people in parts of the state hit with record-breaking snow. But we all know that's not true. Right here, LosAngelesTimes.com. Oh no, this is I'm sorry. It says Los Angeles Times, but the website is LATimes.com. Okay. LATimes.com. Yeah, it's Los Angeles Times. And the title on that is tracking the deaths from California's winter storms. At least 22 killed. Okay. So there's quite a bit of information on the internet for you guys to do your own research, but I just felt like sharing this information because it's crazy how I remember when all that snow was happening and I was over here getting the runaround. Okay, you people, you know, I'm working for a handyman, and you people want remodeled restroom. You people want a shed converted into a bedroom. You people want this. You people want that. You people want everything. And then, oh, you don't like this anymore. You don't want this just to be a fucking garage now. You want it to be a bedroom so you could rent it out and make money. So that's why I say, as I was getting the runaround, all this other stuff was happening. Okay? All of us are down here in the valley because this is happening up higher elevations on top of the mountains, right? And as all of us are commuting to work and doing what we people do and not caring about what other people are going through, these people were up there trapped alive in their own homes. Like, you might as well just put someone in a casket and close the damn thing and bury them alive. That's what happened. Technically speaking, right? That's why, you know, I know that I am definitely in the wrong business. I need money to do some major updates and to get shit done. And all of you out there, I mean, the people don't even care. Everyone is out there doing their own thing. I've been asking, you know, the United States of America, the president, the White House. I've been asking people desperately for help through the internet, and no one wants to help me, you know, and that's fucked up. And I don't know, and I even came up with a generator. Okay, it's a hydraulic generator, that will produce electricity 24/7, year round. And I even created videos talking about that. I created links, and I put them all together in one of my Facebook posts on my Facebook page. And you know, this would have probably never happened if you people would only just like listen to me and you know, and start implementing, building these hydraulic generators all throughout the world, even in desert places, without too much reliance on hydraulic generating, like, you know, like the dams, because there is no water out there. There is no rivers. There is no Great Lakes in the desert that I know of. So, I mean, the only thing that we could rely on is windmills and solar panels. You know, as a free source of electricity. But you know, if I'm right, which I believe I am, that snow up there could have been melted, especially around the houses that were affected, and that snow, that water could have been channeled out of there, because they claimed it as a state of an emergency when this was happening. So if it was a state emergency, then I don't see why people would argue whatsoever regarding the melting of the snow for it to get channeled out of there, for the safety and protection of all people and wildlife and all that. Because it could have been done, and these deaths could have been prevented, but they weren't. So I think that someone should create a movie on real life events, and for it'll be an educational movie to teach people that acts of God could be very deadly, and it could educate people on how to take shelter and how to be prepared for situations like this in the future. So in the movie, it could show like a family who takes extreme precautionary measures in an event like this, where they get snowed in and stuff like that. and then obviously in the movie it will show the people who didn't, so it will compare the both, the people who did and the people who didn't, and it will show the consequences of not taking precautionary measures to to think ahead in the event that this stuff will happen in the future. If it happens in the future, that type of thing. So yeah, creating, giving people that that realization and making them think, like deeply, because like I said, if they fail to do this, then it could cost their life. It could cost them their own life. And I bet you anything, some of these people had money. Like they could have probably they probably had so much money they could have called a company to go on their property and melt all the ice on their property. But it happened so fast, so suddenly, and these people had no time to take shelter anywhere. They had no. They were locked in. They were trapped inside their homes. It covered their windows. It covered their doors. They were snowed in, big time. I mean, they said 100 inches of snow. That is like, let's divide 100 by 10. We have 100 by 100 inches of snow divided by 12. Let's just do a rough estimate of 10. So that's approximately 10 feet of snow. Okay? So that's how much snow these people got on their surrounding of their house, and as well as on top of their house. Okay? If these people didn't have, a roof that gets hot to melt the snow, then, I mean, you could just imagine, like, none of their stuff will work. Their ventilation system will be cut off. What else is up there? I don't even know how you guys have everything set up, like your AC units. I don't know if they're inside of the house or not, or inside of a shed. But I mean, this is some serious stuff. And I remember when I was in Redding, California, and I was attending Bethel Church. There's a snow. There was a big snowfall that occurred out there, and I remember a lot of trees were falling over because of the weight of the snow. It just caused the trees to fall, and one tree actually fell on my like around my vehicle, and it just crushed it. Eventually it crushed it. So I had to get rid of the vehicle, and I just had purchased it for $3,000. And now I'm out here in Riverside, California, and I attend Crossroads Church. whenever I feel like it, but I still go. Um, Nevertheless, now that I'm over here, um, I have realized that this stuff is going on everywhere, everywhere, and people are getting impacted like never before. You know, and not just that, but there was also the fires out there, and people's homes are getting fucked up, whether by fires or either by snowfalls or trees falling on their houses, you name it, or earthquakes. Like, we humans really need to create a way to make our homes more durable, stronger, and easier, like an easier approach to replace them if necessary. If it comes down to it. I thought about, like some houses that can be made out of like PVC. Something like a mold. Like a simple mold. All you people need is a fucking roof over your heads. And then the dividers to create the walls and all that. That can be done, after the fact. But if, hundreds of homes are lost and these molds are ready to be shipped and placed on any property, then technically, the government will basically be like, there you go, there's your house now. You can continue doing what you're doing. Yeah, everything got fucked up, but the water's there, the electricity's back online, and you guys can start building, within this mold structure, because it's a roof over your head. I mean, that's all it is at the end of the day anyway. You guys just have a fucking house. And everything within the house is technically replaceable. Everything about it is replaceable. So at the end of the day, it's all like materialistic things that we shouldn't be concerned about at all. Like, just throw it out the window. Just get rid of it type of thing. Especially when it comes to a real human life. And not just that, but people won't be forced to relocate anywhere. The community will stay as it is. They will continue living their lives like if this tragic event or tragic events have never even occurred. And I think it's healthier mentally and physically for everyone if it remains that way. Because scientifically it is proven that, just like plants, if you uproot a plant and plant it somewhere else, it can get stressed out and it could die. The same thing is true with the human. If people are forced to go somewhere, somewhere else that's not home, it can stress them out and it can kill them. Alright? So, yeah, like, these are just some things to keep in mind. And honestly, like, there's a bunch of sheds out there, like Home Depot and Lowe's. They sell these things. Most of you already have a property. The water and electricity is already there. These sheds are like 12 by 12, or yeah, like I think the, like, you have to get one that is barely under the legal limits before having to get like a permit. Okay, so I think if you guys build a 12 by 12 shed, I think it's barely under the legal limit. So you won't have to get a permit to have that there on your property. And no one needs to know that you're living in it, you know. And if people are complaining because you're living there, you guys can always get yourself an RV, park it there on the side, and you know, a few of these 12 by 12 sheds. I mean, if you have fucking 5 or 6 of them, that's like a house right there. And it costs less than a house. Alright. Like, some of these things are like 10,000, I think. So if you buy 5 of them, that's 50,000. And it will stay there for years, 30 years, longer than that. So you guys will be back in business. But you know, these wildfires and all that, it fucked up everything. Everyone's hard work, everyone's sacrifices, all the police officers that died protecting that community, those communities, or whatever the case may be, it's just gone. It's gone. And you know, for us to start this all over again, I think, you know, like, it's like looking at a blueprint. That's the way I can see it. And you guys already know with Google Maps where everything was at. The gas stations, the stores, the restaurants, the parks, the community parks or whatever. All that can be restored very quickly with today's technology. Alright? Now, it would probably be impossible like in the past, but with today's technology, there is no excuse why these communities can't be restored in under 6 months. And you know, like these molds for the houses, you know, it's going to require some big machines, but nevertheless, houses are small. They're only like 13 square feet, 1,300 square feet to around 2,000 square feet. And of course, that's a lot of material that we're talking about here, but we have an abundant amount of resources, and a lot of this stuff is just going back to the dump. So I don't know, we have to, like, really think about all this stuff. Like, let's say, something like an earthquake were to happen in California, in a well-established city, and everything gets destroyed. I mean, do we even have a plan to restore everything when it comes to houses and stuff like that? Or like, when the fires came, to those parts. I don't even think any of you are thinking along these lines. You people are thinking, to make everything out of wood. And that it just requires way too much time and resources to do all of that. I mean, first of all, they don't, homes don't need to be that durable, that strong. That was back in the day type of stuff, like when you people were thinking about survival, man versus wild type of thing, because there was wild bears and who knows what else you guys thought was out there in the world trying to attack you and your families. But if you guys go on Google Maps, there's a house right along each other from the border of Mexico to the border of Canada. That's how many houses there is. There's so many fucking houses, it's crazy. So I don't know, like we need to think about a way to build these homes, but the easiest way possible, the fastest, so we can mass produce them, like Oreo cookies or like Coca-Colas, or whatever else you can think about out there, like Ritz, the cookies, or like Doritos. They're mass produced and they're sent all over the world. Alright? Like that. That's how we have to get down, and that's how we have to make this, like these machines. That's how we have to make these machines work. We have to make copies after 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 copies 24/7, year round. Those homes can be on standby in case of an emergency, and this will actually also replace sheds. Those sheds that Home Depot and Lowe's sell for like $10,000 or $5,000. Well, this what I'm talking about will be like buying a fucking water like a fucking tambo, like a water container that can hold like 1,000 gallons, something like that. That's all it is. There's nothing fancy about it. It's just a simple printout, but like the heavy duty crates, something like that. That's how I can see it. So from the outside it'll look nice and smooth, nice and tidy. But on the inside it will have these rough, like, it's kind of like, I got this irrigation control valve box that I recently got. It's something like that. Okay, that's how I'm kind of thinking about all this. And I want to show it to all of you. Because this is getting to my fucking nerves. See this one? Irrigation control valve. And see all this? That makes that right there ensures that this is not going to crumble and fall easily. Look at that. This is going to prevent that from breaking easily, as well as the inside. See, so that's all it is. And this will be your guys' door, your entrance. And this will be your house right here. Something like that. It's like these trash cans. These trash cans right here. Even these, whatever, all these trash cans, they were mass produced and they were sent to everyone in California. It's like water bottles. They're mass produced. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Like nothing. Water bottles, like crazy. That's how many houses there is in this fucking world. There's a ton of houses. Everywhere. Like these containers up here. Look at it. Another example. Okay? I mean, I can't get any more simplified than this. That way, you people are not relocating and stressing other people out. Because trust me, all this relocating shit, it's not only stressing the people who are impacted, but it's also stressing family members out. It's stressing a lot of people out. And it's stressing you people out who had a business in this community, or in these communities that were affected. And now you have to go, with Uncle Bob, or your mother's house, or your father's house, and you have to start a company over there. But now there's competition. And now the government's trying to find out and figure out why people are killing each other. Could it be over dominance? Over, competition? It could be because now these companies, they're not making as much money. Now they're making less money because we have another dominant figure in the block, and this person knows how to run a business, a successful business, and this person was probably in business for a very long time. But now that they have to relocate, now you people are thinking, well, these people just came and fucked it all up for us. And, that's how we get more crimes, and people have to figure out why people are dying. So now there's more mystery. Now there's more crime in the area. I mean, you name it. So like I said, it doesn't just stress the people out who have to relocate and were impacted. It also stresses everyone out. Okay? I mean, it's just a pattern. You guys see it? It's one huge pattern, and it's only going to continue to repeat itself over and over and over and over. I think, if anything, these people who were impacted should be qualified to receive some type of assistance from the government, financial assistance, which will also include like housing and stuff like that. So like, if they are forced to relocate somewhere and they rent out a little room at mom's house, well, the government should pay for the rent. The government should pay for their food for up to, like, let's say a year or like 6 months, just enough for them to get back on their feet and to get reacquainted with their family, and for them to be comfortable for a little while, especially after this dramatic incident that they were forced to flee, forced to evacuate. Okay? So that's when you people can provide these people with help. At least that's the least you people can do, right? Because that's what you people are all about, right? You guys are giving money away. No, yeah, you guys are giving money away to these churches. These churches go and buy all this food, and then they have the food drives. Or I think that's what they're called, the food drives. So people go, they get all this food, the people that were impacted, and then they take off. But I heard stories of people just going even if they weren't impacted. So now there's people in there who are stealing. So I think the best way to go about it would be to figure out who was really living there based on their utility bills, their mailing addresses with the USPS, their jobs. I mean, it's all in the city hall. Documents. The paperwork. Who was living there? So you people know who the fuck was living there and who wasn't. Don't play stupid with me. And all that shit. You people know. You will know how to access them or contact them, how to track them down. They're still connected with the DMV, the majority of them. I think everyone, because everyone needs a California ID. So you guys can contact them directly on their cell phone, like, hey, you qualify for this. You qualified for this. Like, here's a bank card, for food. Here's money for rent. We're so saddened by your tragedy, the shit that you went through. it's very fucked up, but we are just reaching out, just letting you know that we care about you, and that we're here for you, and if you need anything else, please don't hesitate to reach out, or something like that, right? You people are not even on that line, on that page, on that level. You people are lost, just like the rest of the fucking world. And you people think you guys are doing a good deed, but there's some fucked up people out there. Trust me. And trust me, people are getting murdered over money. I mean, just think about the drug lord who now has to relocate. And this drug lord is entering a whole different city, a whole different area. What are the drug lords there going to think when he or she starts selling drugs there, and the money starts going low? It's the same thing with business. I mean, you people got it all fucked up here. But anyways, I just wanted to record this video to talk about the 22 deaths that occurred with the California storm, the Snowfall, and how we should make a documentary about that shit. Respectfully. But it's simple. It's so simple. Like, that should have never happened.